There's no responsible reason to do what we're about to do. If my calculations are exactly precise, I believe today is Thanksgiving. So, happy Thanksgiving, explorers. It's been a wacky year, but today is a day for gratitude. Surely on this day we will gather together in the warmth of hearth and family and reflect on that which is most important to us, and likely we'll be doing it over a hot meal and some sweet desserts. Today we prep for that grand celebration. I, as I'm sure all of you do as well, take Thanksgiving dinner very seriously, but there is an avenue that I like to focus especially on, and that's the final course, dessert. There are a lot of desserts that fit the bill, but none is as important as pie. Pie, the most delicious combination of pastry and fruit fused together in a slice form. It's amazing, and if my research has served me well, Hollywood Studios has quite a collection of pies to take part in. And lest we forget, it is officially Christmas time here in Walt Disney World, and especially here at Hollywood Studios. So please join me as we hunt for pie here in Hollywood Studios. This is the Great Pie Adventure. Come, have a bite with me. The characters in Hollywood Studios didn't seem to get the Christmas memo yet, but there's still time. Some people are weird like that. They think Christmas doesn't start till after Thanksgiving. Look at Pluto, he's such a ham. For a dog, he is quite a ham. So why don't we get this Thanksgiving party started with a little trip on Star Tours. They're not genuine. It's all make-believe. They're not real adults.
What do you mean you are doing all the work, you ungrateful little twit? I've just about had enough of you.
Automatic doors have opened. Please proceed directly across the ramp into the cabin.
Happy Thanksgiving, explorers.
Filling in every available seat.
From this
Galactic
cool
regulations
cat.
require that all carry-on items be safely stored.
We know you have this rebel spy on board.
I've never seen that human before. Oh dear. Gotta go.
Don't underestimate my power.
Here we go! Woo! What a trip! And we didn't even go to Cosmopolitan Coruscant. And so with a trip on Star Tours officially in the books, I think it's high time we reward ourselves with pie. What do you say? So the first stop on our grand pie adventure brings us here to the ABC Commissary, where for a limited time they are offering a pumpkin pie cheesecake. So what I did is I looked up pie on all the menus in Hollywood Studios, and I did find a collection of items, and this was one of them. Just the consistency of the tin reminds me of a cat food container, and I don't think that's indicative of what I'm about to taste at all. It's very durable. It's like a blizzard. The pumpkin pie cheesecake. Ooh, it's very thin. I don't know, I felt the need to destroy the whipped cream topping already. I guess these are more Christmas treats than they are Thanksgiving treats. But I just was craving pie today. That is cheesecake with pumpkin flavor. It was as advertised. Nothing misleading about this. Nothing misleading at all. For as dense as it seemed, it's very creamy. Is there a shell at the bottom of this? As you guys know from all of my previous food reviews, if you can call them that, I'm very easy to please, and this has pleased me. Well, I got you can see the crust there. I'm not gonna take a bite of that, as much as I want to just go in like that. They're playing traditional Christmas carols in here. Really setting the mood for the season. Again, this isn't really a pie. Maybe it's more of a dessert challenge today, because this is more of a dessert than it is a pie. But it's definitely Thanksgiving, and I'm definitely satisfied. And I think it's a great first step on our pie tour today here in the ABC commissary. Okay, on to the next one. So once again this morning, I attempted to get a Rise of the Resistance boarding group from home. And once again, I failed. I did not get a boarding group from home. Don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I keep not succeeding. Nevertheless, here in Hollywood Studios, they give you the option of a second chance at 2 p.m. from within the park. You are able to try and get another boarding group, and we did, and we got one. We got one. And barring any kind of immediate and major catastrophe, we should be rising with the resistance very shortly. In fact, we're gonna do it right now. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Happy Thanksgiving from space.
Hurry and don't get caught. Return back will guide you. Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
You're not authorized. We're looking for pie. Ah, we're just looking for pie.
If anyone's packing a blaster, now's a good time. Ah! The escape pods, the floors! Wait, where are you going up? I said down, up is bad. They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields.
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Your prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
I repeat, abandon ship. This is shortage about us.
There's no escape. You will tell me the location of the secret base.
I just want
Then I
to
will
see
destroy
your pie.
you and the resistance.
Oh man, they know.
It's a very good ride. But this trip, I just couldn't stop thinking about pie. And so, our adventure, our quest for pie will continue after I readjust my glasses that are fogging, not only from adventure, but because of the awkward nature of masks. But hey, this is my new flannel Mickey one with having trouble seeing in mind. This was actually the first time we've ridden with all those extra plexiglass measures in place. And yeah, that definitely creates a new obstrusion. Is that a word? Plexiglass is very reflective, and Rise of Resistance is very dark in a lot of places, and so where that light is coming, it's always reflecting. So especially when we were in the troop transport, I could see myself, I could see my own reflection more than I could see Lieutenant Beck driving the ship here. So that was a little, that would be hard on a first trip. Luckily I was in the front row on the actual ride. It'll probably be interesting from the back row with that plexiglass in front. And I understand why it's there, but it definitely hurts the experience in my honest opinion. I know Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway has recently added the plexiglass dividers in there as well. And that ride is completely bright inside. It'll be interesting, not today, but it'll be interesting to see how the plexiglass affects that ride experience. Definitely feel like you need to be in the front row for that one. Again, I understand why they're there, but it takes away enough from the experience that I'd rather wait a little bit longer in line to have it unobstructed. Maybe that's just me. Our second stop on our great pie adventure brings us here to Backlot Express, where inside we can find a limited edition Christmassy red and green holiday whoopie pie. So when I woke up this morning and justified the idea of coming to Hollywood Studios and just eating pie, just eating desserts, I was able to rationalize it because I figured these servings wouldn't be that big. I would just be having a little sampling size that would prep me for Thanksgiving Day. It's a funny idea, right? Anyway, look at this mammoth. Look at that. Next to an iPhone 6 for scale. This thing is huge. This is the holiday whoopie pie, which I would imagine it's called a whoopie pie because of its strong resemblance right now to a whoopee cushion. Now personally, when I think of pie, this is not the picture that comes to mind. This is, I guess, red velvet on the top and the bottom with a cream cheese icing in the center. Again, it's not necessarily a traditional Thanksgiving pie, but it should prepare us well for the desserts that are coming, right? Alright, so let's dig in. We got the powdered sugar on top. Here, I just had a great idea. I ran out of space. It says thank you. It does, I promise you, it says thank you. This is gonna be a crumbly mess. So this is cake. A lot of cake. But it's good. And Christmassy. Or Thanksgiving-y. More Christmassy. What are we doing here? You could, it probably definitely is big enough to share with someone else, but Thanksgiving is all about overdoing it. And so that's what we're doing today. And we are definitely overdoing it today. At least with this. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. It had pie in the name, and that's what misled me. But I don't know what a whoopie is. Maybe if I knew what a whoopie is, we wouldn't be here, but we are here, and this Christmas cake, or this Thanksgiving cake, is good. It's just not the pie that I was thinking of. I'm glad you guys are here with me, because otherwise this would be pretty sad. So naturally, after consuming a gigantic holiday whoopie pie, as one normally does, the first thing you should do afterwards is enter into the Twilight Zone via a faulty, rickety, plummety elevator. The Tower of Terror is only posted about 30 minutes, and yet the line is moving us all the way back to the Phantasmic Amphitheater. Do you remember the Phantasmic show? I remember. Remember Snow White? Remember the old hag with the apple? Remember what Snow White was making with the apples? Pie. As you can see, the lights around me are starting to come on. Sunset is just in a matter of moments, so if we time it right, by the time we get out of here, all of the Christmas illuminations will have been illuminated. We dropped in on the Hollywood Tower Hotel, and night has generally falleth, which means, if I'm not mistaken, Christmas has been projected. let's go get a nicer look. Oh man, we are in it. We are in it now. Christmas! So just one of the many projected images. Oh, look at that. See, it's changing over into something different. I'm not sure what the theme is here, but I like it. Of course, we are not the only ones admiring the view. Everyone stopping, doing their best to be socially distant in the process as they take their photos, take in the goodness of the light show being projected onto the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. It looks like this is where we should have gone from the beginning. The Hollywood and Vine restaurant, where the dessert course seems to be nothing but delicious pies. Look at that, blueberry apple. That's gotta be delicious. Lemon cherry? Oh man, we've had nothing that good today. We definitely should have researched better, but look, there's Minnie inside. All right, guys. We're wrapping up the pie tour, or at least I thought we were. I had heard a rumor that the Starbucks here, the Trolley Car Cafe, was still offering the Runaway Railway blueberry pie, and that's what drove everything about today, was because I wanted to get that blueberry pie, because Nothing Can Stop Us Now is playing, but apparently something can stop us. It's if they're out of stock of it. So we had to improvise, and thus I found the most pie-looking thing in the booth, and it's called a Cranberry Bliss Bar. It is not pie. So the whole point of today was to prep for all the pie eating I was going to do today on Thanksgiving, and that was a bust. The best laid plans often go awry, but that doesn't mean we don't get to eat some very good things. We don't get to try new and exciting things. I mean, it's in the traditional triangular shape, and I think that's why it caught my eye, even though it's not necessarily pie by any stretch. But this one makes more sense. This was not marketed as a pie. It was marketed as a Cranberry Bliss Bar. So that's what it is. Considering I got this at Starbucks, I do believe this is available all year, just like all pie should be. Here we go. It's definitely not pie, but it's the closest to what I've been craving all day. I don't know if it's the berries, I don't know if it's the fruit, well, those are basically the same thing, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. In fact, I would recommend that over everything else I've had today. whether it's genuine or not, I do appreciate the sentiment that I created, that, you know, I'm enjoying this pie with you, and that's why I'm doing this. But in actuality, this was just a thinly veiled idea, so I could just eat sweets all day. Pastries and cakes and pies. I was craving pies. I'm gonna get pies, probably today, because it's Thanksgiving when this goes up. That's the hope, at least. And it's okay. It's okay to have pie days. This year, we are a long way from last Thanksgiving. Like, who would have thunk what this year would have been like? For me, it's been externally like the worst year ever, and I think that's been the situation for everybody. And so days like today are the most confusing days, because we're called to look within us to find the things that we love, and I think this year has amplified those things tenfold, whether it be our family, our friends, or pie. And I'm thankful for those, and I'm thankful for all the adventures that we've gone on here. We're goofy, we have a lot of fun, but we do it together. I mean, that's not hyperbole. Point is, it's been a rough year, and we're coming to the end of it. I think that's why this holiday season is going to be more special than others. I don't live with any delusions that suddenly everything's going to be better in 2021, but you know, it might be. And it might be because we're recognizing the things that are most special to us in a different light. Whether it be our loved ones, whether it be Disney, whether it be pie, or pie knockoffs, or things I pretend are pie just to make me feel better. That's what this is. I think 2020 has been a lot like our pie journey today. It definitely ended up not being what we expected, probably not as good as we would have hoped, but you know what? We still had a lot of good times along the way, and we can hope for the future, which for me is actually today, actually Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, where I'm surely eating all the fruit pies that I could possibly ever dream of. I don't know what it is with pie. I'm sorry, guys. I'm deeply sorry. Just like pie. Whoa. I just got a chunk of chocolate. I think it was chocolate. It was a chunk of something. And like all things, like all pies or attempted pies, this vlog must too come to an end. Well, explorers, I think we're gonna call it a night here from Hollywood Studios. I hope you had a great time as we aimlessly wandered around Hollywood Studios looking for desserts, pies, and whatnots. Most of all, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving with whoever you spend it with, whether it be your friends, your family, whoever. Either way, I'm glad you decided to spend a little bit of it with us. And until next time, we'll see you in the happy place. Bye.